It was a very ordinary Tuesday until a whiz-pop glimmer echoed through the room. Suddenly, right between Leo's toy chest and his bed, a glowing blue door appeared. It pulsed with the color of the ocean and smelled faintly of blueberries. Leo's eyes went wide as he whispered the magic words he'd heard in his dreams. "Bumblebee, blue sky glee, show the way for you and me." "Wait for me. My tail isn't even brushed yet," a squeaky voice cried. Out from under the bed tumbled Pip, a very fluffy red panda with a tail that looked like a giant cinnamon roll. Pip bounced onto his hind legs, adjusted his tiny imaginary body, and grinned. "I'm Pip, your professional adventure pal. Are you ready to go through the glow, Leo?" Leo took Pip's soft paw, and they stepped through the door. Whoosh! They weren't in the bedroom anymore. They were standing on a giant, bouncy marshmallow cloud. Below them, islands floated in the air like kites, and the sky was a swirl of peach and lavender. "Welcome," Pip announced with a somersault, "to the land of whispering clouds." They wandered into a candy-colored forest where the trees had peppermint trunks and leaves made of pink cotton candy. "Don't eat the scenery," Pip joked, though he secretly licked a nearby twig. "We have a mission." I hear a very tiny, very sad sound coming from the gummy grass. Peering through the grass, they found a tiny dragon named Chirp. Chirp was no bigger than a teapot, with scales like sparkling emeralds. He opened his mouth to give a mighty greeting, but all that came out was a tiny, pathetic eep. Chirp's wings drooped. He had lost his roar, and a dragon without a roar felt as silly as a fish with a bicycle. "Don't you worry, little lizard friend," Pip exclaimed, hopping in a circle. "To find a roar, you must be silly. Repeat after me. Wiggly waggly, jiggly jor, shake your bottom and find your roar." Pip started doing a ridiculous bottom-shaking dance, flapping his fluffy ears. Chirp tried to wiggle too, letting out a small, bubbly giggle. But Chirp was still too nervous to roar. He pointed to a large, dark shadow behind a peppermint tree. "He's scared of the shadow grumper," Leo realized. Leo walked over to the shadow and realized it was just a stray purple balloon caught in the branches. He gently unhooked it and handed it to Chirp. "See? Being brave is just looking closer at what scares you." Feeling Leo's kindness and seeing Pip's silly dance, Chirp felt a spark in his tummy. He took a deep breath, puffed out his chest, and instead of an eep, a magnificent ding-dong roar erupted from his throat. It sounded like golden bells and happy thunder. Magical sparkles shot out of his nose like tiny fireworks. "You did it!" Pip cheered, giving Chirp a high five, or rather, a high paw. "You found your voice with a little bit of help and a lot of heart." Chirp gave them both a warm, smoky hug. It was time to go home, but Leo knew he'd never forget the dragon who roared like music. Leo tucked himself back into his cozy bed as the blue door faded into a soft nightlight glow. He realized that helping a friend is the greatest adventure of all. If you enjoyed today's magical adventure, don't forget to subscribe to Kidzarea and join us for another amazing adventure tomorrow. Which magical world should we visit next? Tell us in the comments, and sweet dreams.